So I've been thinking a lot lately about where I was not that long ago, um, and where so many other people attempting to convince themselves that they're atheists tend to be in their minds. And isn't it interesting when you see atheists debating against Christians that they regularly want to say things like, "You think I'm going to hell? Why would I go to hell?" It seems like there is, for people who profess not to believe in anything, they um, they have a very strong concern with the afterlife and hell in particular. They don't want to debate the Bible on its merits. They don't want to debate the gospel based on logic or intellectual sound debate. They really like to hyper focus on very few aspects. They like to focus on their opinion of morality, hell, and heaven. There isn't much else. What's the great concern with whether or not someone believes that you would end up in hell if you believe hell isn't real? Why is that one of your primary focuses? I feel like it's just another example. And thinking back to the way I was when I really strayed, it's another example of how people know the truth when they hear it. And that's why they get self righteous and angry thinking about hell. And that's why it's one of the primary things, they want to say that, you think I'm going to hell, you would want me to go to hell, or, why would God send people to hell? They love to focus on that one rather than the rest of it. Because it's the easiest one for the human brain to wrap itself around and try and make it sound like the other person's a bad person, or make it sound like God's bad. They never want to think about the fact that if you never discipline your child, they'll grow up feral. If you never force your children to learn, understand, speak, behave certain ways, they'll grow up likely not speaking. They'll just make, little guttural grunts. They'll eat stuff off the ground. They'll eat stuff off your front lawn. They'll eat bugs. They'll eat whatever. And they'd be completely feral. Parents have to discipline children, and there's always consequences for the actions. But atheists who love to debate by bringing up, you think I'm going to hell, why would God send me to hell, all that, sounds like they have a pretty strong fear of hell, just naturally ingrained in them. God bless.